How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? You know me. I'm Josh, American Gnome Productions. I run the Gnome Show, and I do AGB plays and AGP reviews. Um, I started this. I started this endeavor. Mm, let's see. Let's see. I think 7 months ago, 8 months ago, maybe. Let me look at my analytics. Um, yeah, I started in about um, and actually for some odd reason, way back. I mean, I had viewers early on, but I've been active, I'd say, since February of this year. Um, and since then, not only do I see that my passion for this endeavor remaining strong and resilient in the face of all the other fires going on in my life right now. And that's a really good sign. Um, I do a bit of a variety show in the vein of Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater. I review short films, and I do gaming as well. But it's kind of, they're not B movies per se, but they're short films. I can't even say amateur films; they're just short films. And there's a lot out there on YouTube. I have some favorites, um, but I have had the pleasure of getting my first couple mentions by real creators, people that actually put out the stuff that I like to watch. Um, it's a little bit of a validation, because I've had criticism, to where um, like um, just like being transformational with the stuff that I cover. And I do. I'm not here to. I'm not in this to rip off other people's work. I am capable of doing things. It's just that there's so much media out here on the internet, especially YouTube, that just gets lost in the wash. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really good stuff that's maybe been up on YouTube for like 6, 7 years, and that's not all. I cover new stuff too, but I cover it as it comes to me. And in the face of the one or two comments that I've ever had towards being transformational in my coverage of films, I do strive for adding the elemental component that is me into everything I do. Um, but I also don't like messing with the intended the way a certain piece of media was intended to be viewed. So, um, we're not necessarily in the field where I've got to worry about gigantic studios like coming in and excising large portions of everything that we're watching, um, because they're short films and they were offered up onto YouTube for people to watch. I'm like Joe Bob in that respect, where I bring things to watch, and they're random. I don't watch these things beforehand. And if, let's say, I'm doing a review on a certain short film, and the video doesn't come out correctly, like the audio doesn't work, or I didn't go in and do a sound check beforehand and it's all just useless, I won't record that review, because it is no longer a fresh first time view. Uh, and there's a lot out there. There's so much out there that I can, always bring you genuine reactions to the films that I watch. When I get some more experience under my belt, I will endeavor to do um, uh, AAA films, Hollywood films. But I will either have an editor or will have started to really seriously dabble in editing myself. It's just I I'm so busy, and I'm so, like, I'm not comfortable doing, like, all the editing and everything like that. I don't know how yet. I'm still learning. I do a few things here and there, and YouTube does help me out, but I'm still just learning. All that aside, I've gotten mentions from one, Mythical Films. They actually we've had a couple messages back and forth, and they were happy with my coverage. And then also People Zoo, which covered another film that was really good, and I was very proud to cover um, Miss Barton's Famous Cakes from uh, People Zoo. And they actually reached out to me, and I didn't see the comment until later, but they reached out to me to see if I was interested in covering anything else, and towards that endeavor, um, a couple of films that I'll be doing on my stream later tonight will have sprinkled about stuff from People Zoo. Um, and I'll do a mention on the video when I'm done. And the other one, like I said, is Mythical Films, which I've covered them. I want to say not extensively, but I've covered them a bit in past streams, and they picked up on one of my streams, and they were happy with my work. And uh, that's validation right there. That makes me feel good about what I do. I also do video games, but like, video games is like that's not hard to do. But thank you to all 106 of my subscribers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me for this ride. I really appreciate it. Um, Having this as a second, this is basically a second job for me. Like, it's proved to be an anchor in my life. So again, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And I will be here for the foreseeable future. Foreseeable. There we go. Future. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I love each and every one of you. See you in the next one.